Okay, I'm examining how I release the ball. You can see I'm on top of it. I'm on the side of it. I need to cup my hand more and get under the ball. So I'm going to have to do that drill. The release is pretty good there. There's a disappointed look. Here I am sitting with league. I'm going to do better. Well, I'm moving in on my anniversary. So hello, Mike. Almost 1 year anniversary since you started your bowling journey. And I don't know, this thing has kind of expanded itself over the last year. It's just as me having a little bit of exercise, trying to lose a little bit of weight, and and it's just doing that. And I just got to where I really enjoy doing it. And now, I've got more, I've developed goals along the way, and frustrations, and then a few successes, and like that. But my goal, as I keep saying, is I want to be at least a 200 average bowler. Really like to be more like 225 to 250. That was what I would really like. I want to bowl a 300 many times before I go on to the great bowling alley in the sky. And I want to have an 800 series or more. And then I want to bowl 3 complete, clean games during league. And I want to, those things are what I'm striving to do. Well, today and the last, I've not even come close to any of those things. But I'm got coming up on 1 year anniversary. I think I mentioned that already. I started another video and then I got interrupted, so I'm beginning it over again. So I'm thinking maybe I'm repeating myself. But so, and how am I going to do this? Well, I'm going to do it through practice. And how am I going to do it? I'm going to have to incorporate drills, because I've done some drills, but I get bored with them. But I've got to stop doing that. I've got to make sure that I got a proper hand swing. I've got to make sure that I don't overthrow. I need to make sure that I'm consistent, consistent with speed, or consistent with the release of the ball, and all of those things. Today I bowled in league, and I watched the guy come close to 300, and I was watching him, and he's very consistent in the way he approached the ball. He didn't throw the ball excessively fast or hard. Later in the games, his spare shots were really good. I didn't see him miss any single pins or any pins, actually. The only open frame he had in 3 games was 1 split. Of course, he did pick up 1 pin of that. So he bowled a 286 on the game that he was supposed to, or should have bowled 300, but he missed the pocket 1 time. Later, as the games went along, he was a little bit light hit here and there, but he usually got 9 pins, and only had 1 split. So I didn't follow it too much after that. I don't know if I had a little bit of, I don't know about being envious so much, but yeah, it probably was a little bit. But then I reflect upon my journey here, and I've been doing this for a year. Now, this guy's been doing it for years, okay? So what I've been doing here for months, he's been doing for years. And so with that, I'm going to have to cut myself a little bit of slack. Not that I'm happy with where I'm at, because I'm never going to be happy with that until I achieve the goals that I want. I say and there's a lot of other things in life that I've started out doing and quit. I've got these guitars hanging on the wall, and I've taken lessons, and I've done all kinds of things with that. And I learned a few tunes like that, but I just never was particularly good at it. Never could really. Well, I love to listen to music, and I would love trying to play it. Pretty obvious that my talents must lay somewhere else. Similar to golf, I took golf lessons. I love golf. Went to the driving range. I did all kinds of things with that, and I just never could. I think maybe in all the years I started golfing, which I didn't start golfing till after I was 50 years old. So, there you go. I started all this stuff a little bit late in life. and I think I might have broke 80 once, and then I just get, you know, golf takes a while to play. I used to get frustrated because when we did play, players ahead of us would be slow. I don't know, just my level of concentration would leave, phone would ring, and I'd be in the cart, trying to take care of business, and I just never was able to just totally focus on it. Well, now that I find myself to be 70 years old, my body is not quite as intact as it used to be. Doctors say that I have stenosis, or I have neuropathy. Both my legs get numb, my feet, have pains. So, you have all that stuff to contend with too. But you cannot have a bunch of excuses about that. Just because the guy gets a little older doesn't mean that he can't do a few things, and namely that 200 average bowler. Because in that old folks league that I'm in, that super senior league, there's several of people in there that consistently bowl over 200. And my deal was now that I saw them doing it, and I revert back to all the way back 50 years ago to when I was a baseball pitcher, and it didn't make any difference who I matched up against, the opposing team. I always felt that I have as good a chance, or fair chances, as any of them did. I was as good as they were. Whether I was or not, that's totally different story. But my confidence in my ability and what I could do is always superseded really my ability. It's just what I think in my head is where I'm at. So that sounds conceited and like I'm full of myself, and really the truth of the matter is that I'm not. I probably have a lot of insecurities about it, and I overcompensate. But one thing I will do, and that's work my butt off to get to where I want to go, and that's what I'm doing with this golf. Bowling. And example, on Saturday, I bowled 18 games Saturday. I went over there and bowled. I bowled 10 games, and I did not get past 200, or I got to 195, and I just got really frustrated. Came home, did some yard work, went and did some stuff with Janice, and I talked to her about it, and she agreed it's okay. You can go ahead and go back. So I went back over there, and I bowled 8 more games that night. And I did figure out a few things. I had to change my tempo a little bit. Had to change the equipment a little bit, but I did bowl, over 200. I got a 219. And the other games were all pretty good, or approaching, pretty good. So, today I just never broke a 200. Again, I got extremely frustrated. I bowled 3 games during the league play. Started off with a 140. Disappointed as could be on that. Come in there the second game, and I got into 180s, I guess 187, something like that. Could have been better. Had some problems toward the end. Then I rounded it up, up with a 168. And, so I was disappointed. Well, everybody else stopped, went home. I stayed there and bowled another 6 games. And, again, not one of my better days or one of my better efforts, but I did work on picking up 10 pins, 7 pins, and working on picking up those spares. And that's one of the basic things I'm going to have to do, is pick up spares to get to that base of a 200. Okay, I used, I didn't come track it down the outside. I was staying inside, breaking it over, from, I don't know, where was I at? I was probably on the inside of 15, 18, throwing it back across, to maybe about 10 to 12, up, aiming up the alleyway at the 6 pin, and for my strike ball, and I had moderate success there, using the Extreme Envy and the 3.0 Black Widow. I did try one game with a blue hammer, thinking a purple hammer, and it didn't turn out very good either. But I didn't give it a chance, and I put it back in the bag. I was more into seeing the ball hook today and not just that gentle little glide that I get with the Purple Hammer. But I still love the Purple Hammer. Can't beat it. So anyway, this is to you, Mike. Keep on trying. Don't give up. You don't give up. Keep it up. You're going to make this goal. I promise you, Mike, to you, Mike. God bless everyone. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I know it's a lot of stuff I said there, and mostly I'm saying this stuff to me, but I'm really saying it to everybody. Find something you love to do and just do it. Keep on doing it until you're good at it, and don't stop.